So today I'm actually going to be comparing 3 different brands of Instagram cookies. And how this all kind of happened was when I started following more competitors on Instagram, I saw a lot of their post-show treats, and they all either had like this little goodie bag or they had something they brought with them on stage. And a lot of them used the competitor's cookie. When I followed them, you get those suggestions to follow like pages, and eventually I just started finding a few other brands, and I was like, oh, what if I want this to be my post-show treat, like I don't want to be disappointed if the other one isn't as good or something like that. So that's kind of where the idea started, and I just ended up following more and more cookie accounts, and it was all just kind of went back to, well, which one do I like the most and which one would I want to have for my post-show treat? So this is actually, it turned into finding out what my post-show treat is going to be, and it is going to be turned into a series because I have found so many different companies. So we are going to start with the 3 brands I found first: the Competitor's Cookie and World's Best, and the third one is going to be the Halfsies Cookie Company. So I did split these judgings into like 7 different categories, and I'm going to be grading them all on a scale of 1 to 10. At the end, taking those scores, picking which company based on all of those factors are the best, but then I'm also going to be picking my personal favorite, just because one cookie may have won because they might have a better pricing, they may have faster shipping, easier ordering, but maybe I just liked a different cookie better. Maybe it was a little harder to get. We'll see. Is it the same? Are they different? Who knows? But at the end of the video, I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway, so make sure to stay till the end. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first company is going to be the World's Best Cookie Dough. So I'm going to start with the number of options. Usually about 9. They've had a few drops where they've had a few more, but it looks like a majority of the time they're usually selling 9 flavors. So you have a pretty good pool to choose from. I always see they do have their original chocolate chip cookie in that 9, and then there's some other ones that are rotated. If they're not in one drop, then they're most likely going to be in the next one. So they do have some that are pretty much staples, and then they have a few that are a little fun. I haven't seen any that are necessarily limited edition. They do seem to at some point bring them back. So if you do see a flavor that you're interested in, it might take a little time, but if it is one of those special flavors, they'll most likely bring it back eventually. So the availability for World's Best, they are always available on Saturdays. They drop at 2 o'clock. They do sell out, but they are always available on Saturdays. So once a week, I have seen that they do extra drops on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that does seem to be a more regular thing. Just because of the whole COVID-19 thing that's going on, they did go back to just those Saturdays, but before all this was happening, they were including those 2 extra drops. So since that does seem like a normal operation, and they did say once things started reopening they were going to go back to those dates, I am going to include those dates as part of their availability. So they are available 3 times a week, and they sell out in about 30 minutes. So you have a decent sized window to get in and get the cookies that you want. So for their marketing, I gave them a 10 out of 10. They know how to market their cookie. And marketing isn't necessarily about being the most truthful. It's about doing what you need to do to sell your product. So obviously the more truthful you are, the better in the long run, but the main focus of marketing is trying to sell your product. Now, I'm not saying that the marketing is a lie or anything like that, but they do such a good job with the photos that they post. First, their Instagram page is very consistent. It doesn't look all jumbled, all scattered, just a bunch of random things put together. They're very consistent with what they post. So the Instagram page, when you first get on there, looks very nice. And then the way they photograph their cookies, they have like 3 different cookies all stacked. They have I've seen some of the flavors they have are like Poptart infused. So they'll have pieces of Poptart. They'll obviously add them on top of the cookie, not necessarily just taking a picture of what the actual cookie looks like. And they'll make it look all ooey gooey, super melty, and it just looks to die for in the photos. Now obviously the cookie you get, it doesn't look like that because that's obviously been staged to look as appetizing as possible, but you are still getting a good product. So I gave the marketing a 10 out of 10 because not only the way they present the product is great, but the way that the whole Instagram page is presented is top notch, and it got me to buy something. I originally wasn't going to buy anything until I was ready for my competition, and just the way they marketed and the way they advertised their cookies, I was like, oh my god, that looks so good, I want it, I want to get it. This was the only brand that has made me do that so far and has continued to make me do that. It's because they do that good of a job. I don't know if they could do a better job. So that's why 10 out of 10. So for the ordering process, when I first did it, knowing the system now, it's easier. Not that it's a hard system to begin with, but I was just a little confused by the setup as a whole. They have it like this whole drop down, and when you click, you can do a 3-box, a 4-box, an 8-box, and a 12-box, I think. So you can't just order like one cookie, it does have to be like a package. And so they have a picture of just like all their cookies. They say this is a box of 3, and then under it there's like shipping info, cookie info, and then you can click the button saying like add to cart or select this option. I want to select the 3-box option. You select it, it loads, but then it looks exactly the same when you first get on the page as it did before. So I'm like, did it go to a new page? And then I scroll down and you're on a new page because it lists all of the cookies that are available for purchase, and then underneath that flavor cookie, there's like those little plus and minus buttons. So like I want 2 of these. So you choose, so if you chose 3-box, you have to pick 3 cookies, and then go to bottom, add to cart. Make sure you do at the top there is a little button that you can easily miss that says do you want them to be half-pound cookies or 1-pound cookies, and then add to cart, and then everything is normal after that. I just was a little confused because the page just looked exactly the same until I scrolled down. What's also really nice about the ordering process is on their Instagram, they usually will have a countdown a day prior saying, you know, these will go live in 1 day, and so you'll always see that on the story. But then about 5-10 minutes before they drop, they will post a notification, or they'll post an Instagram picture of all the cookies that are going to be included in the drop, a description before all of it. So if you have those notifications on, it's really nice because you'll get that notification like 5-10 minutes prior, be like, oh yeah, I want to order cookies. And then you know to go to the site. So that's really nice. The website's pretty nice, easy to use. I did give it a 9 out of 10 for the ordering process. And as of lately, when the first time I ordered, I didn't have any issues, it was great. But every subsequent time that I ordered afterwards, I guess they've just been growing in popularity, and so more and more people are ordering, and it's really slowed down the site. So I've never had it to the point where I've missed out on a drop. So with the delivery, I did end up giving it an 8 out of 10. It did take the normal week to get here, pretty fast shipping. The only thing is when I first ordered them, I didn't get any email confirmation. I didn't get a tracking number or anything like that. If I wanted a tracking number, they would post on their story saying like, yeah, if you ordered on this day, you can now DM us for your tracking number. Then I had to go in, ask for it, and then I had it. But that's just why I did take it down to an 8 out of 9 because there was no email confirmation saying yes, it went through. I always like it when I get that email to tell me that it went through. It did tell me on like the page that it went through, the order was complete. I personally like having that email and the fact that I had to go out and ask for the tracking number. On the most recent drop that I did though, I did get an email confirmation and I did get a tracking number. I know that's something that they have been working on to improve. I just wanted to base this off of when I originally did it. That's why I didn't upgrade the score, because I didn't give all these other companies as many chances. I did end up ordering from World's Best a lot more than I did the other 2, but I didn't think it was fair that they've had so many chances and I got to see them progress as much, and I didn't really do that with the other companies. So I'm dealing this based on first impressions, but I do want to let you know that as of now, they are doing email confirmations and they are doing tracking numbers. So that is why I did give it an 8 out of 10. Now we are on to the tasting portion of this, and we're just gonna go to past Tiffany and see what she thinks of the cookies. And here to my hand, that's half-pound cookie right there. Alrighty, so I'm gonna be starting with the classic chocolate chip cookie. So it did say to microwave for 45 seconds. I did, but they were frozen, so it's still a little hard. So for this one, I did an additional 30 seconds on top. It smells amazing. It smells just like, it smells like a chocolate chip cookie, but like a really good chocolate chip cookie, if that makes sense. Thoughts on this one? If you like a super baked cookie, this probably is not gonna be the one for you. I do wish a little more crisp in mine, just a little bit. Like this is almost really good, but it does taste like a normal, albeit a very nice chocolate chip cookie. Very good flavor, very chocolatey, very cookie doughy. Really good. Here's cookie number 2. It is the original chocolate chip cookie, but with the chocolate chip Poptart. It's about like that piece is right there.
chocolate chip Pop-Tart was one of my favorites growing up as a kid. Hot. Hot. It's weird, somehow the inside is hot, but the outside isn't as bad. That's a thing. This one, really good. Those pieces of Pop-Tart, even though it's like a chocolate chip Pop-Tart, really add more to it. Like the other one, classic chocolate chip. It was a good chocolate chip, but it's classic. There's obviously nothing mind-blowing about that. This one, even though it's still a chocolate chip cookie and with chocolate chip Pop-Tart, it just really adds that extra element that I was looking forward to with these cookies. So really happy with this one. And cookie number 3, this one is called the Party Animal. It is a cookie butter base filled with cookie butter and my favorite, the frosted animal cookies. Only microwave for 45 seconds because it might not look ready or melted, but it is. It's so big, but the taste is very good. I do like the cookie butter cookie animal crackers inside. Really good. So we have cookies and cream Nutella, death by chocolate. So I'm gonna let you choose.
Death by chocolate?
All right, so I'm not gonna heat these up. Side. Oh God, it's thick.
She's big.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh my God. Okay, that is really chocolatey. I need milk for that. It's a little too much for me in all honesty. The consistency
is like brownie,
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the chocolate.
Cookies and cream and Nutella, let's be honest. It's the whole, this is the animal party is the reason I ordered the last set. This is the reason I ordered
That's
this
animal.
one. All right, here you go. That's bomb. That one's by far the best I've had so far. That is so good. I love cookies and cream. I love Nutella, so I'm not surprised. So for that original chocolate chip cookie, I did end up giving it an 8 out of 10. For the chocolate chip Pop-Tart, I gave that a 9 out of 10. For the animal party, I ended up giving that an 8 out of 10. The cookies and cream was a 9 out of 10, and the death by chocolate was an 8 out of 10. So all in all, put together, that gave World's Best Cookie Dough an 8.75 out of 10. And lastly, to finish up World's Best Cookie Dough, the price. So I did 3 boxes of cookies. So I think it was like $20 for the 3 box, and since I got 3, that ended up being about $6 a cookie before tax. After tax, they were about $11 a cookie. So next cookie we have is the Halfsies Cookie Company. Now Halfsies, if you didn't guess it already, these cookies do come in halves. So you can order, one package is 12 halves, so basically 6 full cookies, and that's really the only option. So for the Halfsies, they do have about 8 to 9. I want to say when I first started they did have 9 options, but when I looked recently they only had 8 available on all of their drops. So 8 options, 1 less than what World's Best has, and for them 6 of their cookies were always staple. Then the other 2 were always a different flavor. The availability was Sunday through Friday. They dropped at 12 o'clock Eastern time. So availability wise, it's available 6 out of 7 days a week, which out of all of these, I think are the best. And I say I think because when I get to competitor, you'll see when we get to competitors. So for the marketing, I did give this a 9 out of 10 because the whole Instagram page is uniform, just like World's Best. So it is, all the pictures make sense together. They're all pictures of the cookies. They do promote whatever the new flavor of the day is going to be. So good marketing. The reason I didn't give it that 10 out of 10 was because it did just look, and I mean, like I said, it's 100% honest. It's the picture of the 2 cookies. It's not edited or enhanced in any way, so that's why it's 9 out of 10. It's true to what it is. It's honest. It looks good, but it didn't have that little extra something that would push me over the edge to actually go out and buy it. For ordering, I did give this a 4 out of 10 just because the actual ordering process is pretty standard. It's the same format I've seen for so many websites, so it wasn't tricky at all. The reason it scored so low, it sells out in seconds every single time I ordered. More so with the chocolate chip cookie. The chocolate chip cookie literally has sold out in 2-3 seconds. I am not exaggerating when I say 2-3 seconds. Every time I tried to get the chocolate chip cookie one, I would have that cookie already pulled up, 2 o'clock hit, add to cart, in my cart, place order, sold out.
Now with the other flavors that I was able to get, when that clock hit 12:01, every single cookie was gone. Completely gone. So they're not kidding. This was probably the most annoying cookie trying to purchase. But oh my god, if you're not looking for like an adrenaline rush, trying to like Black Friday shop for cookies, I would not recommend trying to get Halfsies cookies. They did have a little notification saying like, hey, do you want to be notified when this cookie is available? I was like, oh my god, that is so cool. You get that email right at 12. They launch at 12. That notification doesn't do anything. Because if you're too busy saying, oh, I just got mail, what is it? Oh, they have a cookie. The cookie's already sold out. With that, you know, I was like, wow, these must be amazing. Are they? Let's see what I have to say. All right, Happies Cookie time. So this is what they look like in the package when they come vacuum sealed. There isn't anything on here that says like microwave for this period of time, so I'm not microwaving these like I did the other ones. These are going to be the Snickerdoodle Cookies with sea salted caramel chips. Interesting.
And the floor disappearing back and forth, nothing to stand on.
Alright, for this one, this is supposed to be a Snickerdoodle cookie, and it does taste very cinnamony, but my first thought jumped to apple pie, which is weird. Like, I tasted apples, like an apple pie. And you can't really taste the caramel in the caramel chips either. I mean, good, it's good, but I'm not impressed by it. But not saying it's a bad cookie, it's not something that I would be like, you know what I'm craving, you know what I really want? I'm not getting that feeling from this. And I was able to get one other flavor. It's called the Birthday Cake Sugar Cookie with Vanilla Chips. For this one, it has really good flavor, but I feel like it's very crumbly. I don't know if I want to call it grainy or not, but I kind of want to say grainy. But it's a good flavor. Next is going to be their key lime pie cookie. It does have a graham cracker base. I don't know if other cookies have something different about them like that. Not that I've seen so far, but I thought that was pretty cool. This one, I am not doing anything. When I got it, I didn't freeze it. I didn't microwave it before the other ones had been frozen and then they were thawed. This one just kept it the way it came. So let's see how that is. It's really good. That one I really like. It's a nice, subtle key lime flavor. Not overpowering at all, but you can still taste that it's key lime. I like it. I really like this one. I think this one is my favorite out of all of the cookies from this company are concerned. All right, so with the Halfsies cookies, it was interesting. I tried not microwaving, I tried microwaving. I had some that were previously frozen, I had some that weren't frozen. And depending on how you prepare the cookie, I really feel it made a difference as to how good it was. So for the birthday cake flavor, I did give that an 8 out of 10. The key lime pie flavor, also an 8 out of 10. And the Snickerdoodle cookie, I did give it a 7 out of 10 because I don't know what it was when it was not heated up. It tasted like an apple pie. I'm not a big apple pie kind of person. And they have an apple pie a la mode flavored cookie. And it wasn't like, oh, this tastes because it's cinnamony. It's like, I tasted apples. And it was really weird. But then like when I tried it different ways, I didn't taste that apple anymore. So I don't know what was up with that tasting, but it's, again, not a cookie that I think I would probably reorder. Not saying, again, that it was a bad cookie, but that is why I gave it a 7 out of 10, because just that first initial couple of bites, it tasted like apples. I didn't taste any caramel, and I was like, what the heck? What is this? Overall, Halfsies did get a 7.6 out of 10. It may seem a little unfair that only had 3 to compare where the other one had 5. I tried to order more. I couldn't. And price-wise, so since you are technically getting 6 cookies, not 12 full cookies, I did base this off of 6 cookies, and with the price, it was $3.30 per cookie before tax and $4.60 after tax. So when you put the two halves together to make a cookie and $4 for that, I think that's a pretty reasonable price myself. And last but not least, we have the cookie that started all of this, the Competitor's cookie. Is it as good as I originally thought? I don't know.
So for starters, the options, they have 6 seasonal flavors, so it is constantly a different menu. I have not been following them long enough to really understand the process, but when I first started following them, they had a spring menu up. They currently do not have a summer menu. They're going on a monthly menu. And then they have competitor cookies, and they're named after competitors, and I'm assuming it's whatever the competitor loves in a cookie. When I first ordered with their spring menu, they had like 14 competitor cookies available. I felt like they had just all of them, but now for their monthly menu, they only had 2 available. So I don't know how the competitor inspired cookies work on a year basis, but at the very least they do have 6 cookies plus competitors. So with what they're doing right now with the monthly, that does put them at 6 plus the 2, so it puts them at 8. But then at like 2 months ago, they had 20 options available. And just because I don't know how the process works, I don't know how to properly judge that. But as of right now, what you would be able to get would be 8 options. So that does tie with the Halfsies cookies for 8 options available. For their availability, they're available year round. I know for the monthly menus, they say they were doing it as like as many as they can take. They weren't putting a cap on the amount of cookies that they could sell, which sounds like previously they did have a cap, and I think when I ordered, I unknowingly ordered during a time when she was allowing extra orders. So is it actually year round? I'm gonna say yes. I don't know if they actually sell out or not. I have yet to see anywhere saying that they sell out. So I don't know. So I'm just gonna say they're available year round, which is the best we've had so far. For marketing, I did end up giving this an 8 out of 10 because some of the cookies, they shot them in like real time, like what the cookie actually looks like. And sometimes when you do that, the cookies don't look the prettiest. It just looked like I kind of took it, like not trying to be an Instagram person, just took a normal picture, which to me isn't really marketing. You're just taking, like, you're not really trying to add that extra element in. And then when you actually go on the page, look a little cluttered, not as uniform. But for the most part, it does a pretty decent job showing off the cookies. So I did give it an 8 out of 10, but it definitely wasn't as nice as the other 2. So for the ordering, I did actually give this a 10 out of 10 just because it was the easiest thing ever. It wasn't confusing in the slightest. They don't have a website or anything like that. You just have to DM the person. You can choose as many or as little cookies as you want. I was like, this is what I want. Here's my address. She's like, okay, that was it. And then I Venmo'd her. I don't think you could get any better than that. I really don't. I didn't have to go to another website. I didn't have to wait for it to load or to go through or anything like that. So 10 out of 10. I don't think it could get better than that. So for the delivery, I did give this a 7 out of 10 just because it's done through Instagram. You don't have that website, so you're not going to get a confirmation email. I mean, I guess she could have sent one, but I didn't get a confirmation. I didn't get tracking. She told me this is when we're shipping it out. With Competitor's Cookie, probably shouldn't have been the one I did with World's Best and with Halfsies, just because the Competitor's Cookie is a pre-order cookie. So, and this was a pre-order for April, and I think I ordered it back in like February or March. And so it was about, I think usually their pre-order is about 2 months out. I think I got it at like the end, so I only had to wait like a month or a little over a month to get it. But in all fairness, you know, I did give it a 7 out of 10 just because there was no email. She told me this is when they're gonna be shipped out, and I did get it 2 days later. From that, I think she said I was gonna get like April 18th, April 20th is when I got it. I don't know if they were actually sent out on the 18th or if they were sent out earlier, but just the fact that there was no email, I didn't really know what the time frame was for getting it out. And the fact that I did, that's why I said I shouldn't compare it with the other 2, because it did take over a month to get, whereas the other ones only took like a week. I did try to be fair in all aspects, so that's why I did get to that 7 out of 10 slot, if that makes sense. So now we're on to taste. What I think. We have World's Best today, and it was not what I was expecting. I've seen pictures on Instagram and stuff, but then I got this, which is basically the size of my head. Definitely a lot bigger. I mean, the other ones are, I mean, they're also huge. They're pretty big, but they're not. That was a surprise. The flavors that we have today, so I'm gonna try, they're not labeled, so I'm gonna try and figure them out myself. But I believe this one is the Golden Hour, which is a yellow velvet dough stuffed with dulce de leche, golden Teddy Grahams, Twinkies, and golden grams. I did Down the Rabbit Hole, which I think is this massive one, which is carrot cake with carrot shreds, walnuts, cinnamon chips, maple syrup, carrot cake Oreos, shortbread cookie, cream cheese frosting, and white chocolate chips. I can understand why it's so big. That's a lot of stuff. The Millennial, which I want to say is this one, which is a white velvet funfetti dough mixed with graham cracker and Teddy Graham pieces and loaded with a Dunkaroo filling and more Teddy Grahams. And then I got one athlete cookie, which was the Katie. It's a thick, dark chocolate chip cookie mixed with pretzel pieces stuffed with caramel and a butterscotch blondie. I'm actually going to try them non-microwaved and then also microwave. Let's start with the carrot cake one. The Down the Rabbit Hole. Which is... that's thick. Alright, well...
Don't keep me in the dark. Don't keep me in the dark.
that smells amazing. That's amazing. That's probably the best smelling cookie out of all the ones I've done so far. That is amazing. Okay, I'm really excited to try this now. Alright. Oh, that's moist. Okay, wow. Alright, let's do it. Oh my god. That's amazing. Alright, so now we're gonna do the golden hour one. They're all super, super just moist. Just, oh wow. Oh.
Please stop using that word.
Sky on fire, honey, make up your mind.
Again, just an incredible smell. I don't know what I just bit into, but it was chewy. The taste is good, but that texture of whatever it was is, I think, it says a lot of Teddy Grahams in it. It might be the crackers. The texture of what I'm assuming are the golden grahams and all that. They've kind of like gotten soft. It's like a hard chewy. I don't know how to explain that. The dulce de leche on that is sweet, but it's really good. But there's something with the crackers, either from the baking process or from just not being eaten fresh, that they're like a hard, chewy consistency, and it kind of throws everything off. Now we're gonna go into the Millennial. That's another messy one. Oh. Now for me, I love things that are vanilla flavored, like vanilla cake, vanilla ice cream, stuff like that. But I'm not the kind of person who likes a very strong, concentrated scent of vanilla. This smells like a vanilla candle, which I am not a big fan of. It's very potent. But if you do like those vanilla scented candles, then you would like this, because this smells like exactly like a sugar cookie type of candle. This one I'm not a big fan of. It just kind of tastes like dough. And like a basic vanilla, there's no flavoring, except like with how much vanilla you can smell from it. I don't like this one. That's a rock. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to split this one open. This is the Katie.
Want you to go, don't.
Tastes like frozen cookie dough. Those Toll House bins, like the circular bins of the Toll House cookie dough that you're supposed to like scoop out and make cookies, but you eat it raw. That's what this tastes like. Alright, I'm gonna heat up little pieces of these. So I put them all in the microwave for 30 seconds, little pieces. Alright, so we're gonna try the Katie first. Really nice. Alright, let's do the Millennial one, which was that sugar cookie on steroids smelling one.
Make up your mind.
It kind of just turned into soup after being in the microwave for 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm not liking that. Alright, the golden hour, gold rush, I don't know. The dulce de leche, good. But the cookie, it's just kind of doughy. There's like a subtle hint of like cinnamon or something. I'm not feeling it. And Down the Rabbit Hole, which is the carrot cake one. It's good. They did a really good one. Good job with this one. So unfortunately, I did not enjoy these cookies, and I'm really happy that I ended up doing this, because if I were to get that after 12 weeks of not getting anything, I'd probably be pissed. And I don't know if it was just a bad batch. I don't know what happened, because people rave about these cookies. It was so disappointing, the seasonal flavors. Now, the one that was the athlete cookie, the Katie, it was good. It was a good cookie, but it literally tasted like a Toll House cookie with stuff put in it. You know, it tasted like something I could get out of the store. And will I be giving it another chance? I don't know. I really don't. I know the flavors that they had for this month did not seem that appealing to me to begin with. I don't know. And I feel really bad because they're supposed to be a really good cookie. But with Down the Rabbit Hole, I did end up giving an 8 out of 10. Golden Hour, 5 out of 10. The Millennial was a 2 out of 10. And the Katie I did give a 7 out of 10. So for a total 4 taste, they did end up getting a 5.5 out of 10. If they come out with a new menu where something looks good, I'll try it again, because maybe it just really was a bad batch and something happened with them, I don't know. But with the price, and I think I originally was only gonna order the 3, but then she told me that the shipping would have been the exact same if I ordered 4, so that's why I got the 4th. But I am going to take this into comparison as if they were, when I add in the tax, that is going to be in comparison to 3 cookies, not 4. So individually, the cookies were $8.25 before tax, and then $13.25 per cookie after tax. Do not think that was worth it. So the results. So in 3rd place was the Competitors Cookies with a score of 12. In 2nd place was Halfsies with a score of 15. And then in 1st place, taking that spot by 1 point, was the World's Best Cookie Dough with 16. Are they the best? Is that the one that I'm gonna reorder over and over and over again? They are definitely the cookie that I would prefer to order multiple times. So, giveaway time! So the winner of this giveaway is going to get a free 3-pack of World's Best Cookie Dough. So how this is gonna work is for the Saturday pre-order, once we find out what those flavors are, you're gonna choose the 3 flavors that you want. So how are we gonna win the giveaway? First, you need to be subscribed to my YouTube channel. Next, you will have to give this video a thumbs up, obviously, and then comment down below what company you thought did the best. Do you agree? Should World's Best have won? Or do you think one of the others should have? Let me know down below. I will be selecting a winner on May 22nd, and this is going to be in time for the May 23rd drop. Not too hard, not a lot to do to get some free cookies. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like this video, and if you want to enter that giveaway, you know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye!